Right, Jason. The problem is here the anti-sedition media policy was actually one of the parts of the policies, which was called the national security law. And raised, in a couple years ago by the Chinese Communist Party over Hong Kong. And the problem with all of the protests that you saw, millions of Hong Kong students went on streets. They were protesting against the enforcement of national security law. But unfortunately, right, Hong Kong has already lost the rule of law and handed over the sovereignty and all of these policies over to the Chinese Communist Party in the past decade. The problem here today is that as we're approaching the June 4th, the Tiananmen massacre date in the history, that there are, Hong Kong people who are being arrested and prosecuted because of the effectiveness of the national security law on the island. And the problem today is that, we believe that the CCP will utilize the national security law to do, even broad examination of people's social media posts, of people's, communications between each other. And with all of the sensitive dates that was marked by the Chinese Communist Party, prosecution of dissidents, prosecution of critiques is very, very common. And so we urge everybody to be very careful when you still live in mainland China, you live in Hong Kong, to be very careful about all these examinations coming out from the Chinese Communist government. It was also noticing that, there are forums online saying that when travelers entered China, especially with people who actually lived abroad for a long time, the custom actually to ask these travelers to release their phones to the custom, and they will open all of the, the communication softwares in front of you and check all of your chat histories to see if you have said anything against the Chinese Communist Party. And if you did so, right, you will soon fall into trouble by the CCP. You will be taken away by the police and by the custom. So this was all the national security law, used against the Hong Kong people, against the Chinese people. Everything you said was monitored by the Chinese Communist government. And if you said something against them, the next, the prosecutor will chase after you.